Hey everybody, welcome to the Rural Alliance UK podcast. Matt and Ant here. It's Senior Bowl time. The game is about to go live in 10 minutes time. Ant, how you doing, mate?
I'm not doing too bad, thank you. It's always a busy time of year, draft season now, right in the thick of it. So, yeah, a lot of work to be done, but I enjoy it. It's good fun. So, yeah, it's we'll see. Obviously, those who watch me a lot know I don't put a lot of stock into these games, but it's nice to be able to chat about some of the players and bring some to the attention of people. So, yeah, there's stuff to be had from this.
And your first prospect video dropped this week.
Yeah, it's up on YouTube now if anyone wants to watch it. AJ Halsey, the safety out of LSU, formerly of New Mexico, and Houston as well. Obviously, these videos I dedicate to some of my favorite players in the draft, and he's up there. So yeah, if you want to watch it, go ahead. It's on our channel now. Obviously, after we've done this, only an hour and a half. Usually they're over two, so it's bite size in comparison. But yeah, he's very fun to watch.
So, have you been watching much of the practices of this Senior Bowl? I know that you've been hammered with work.
I've watched some again. I'm not as big at like the Senior Bowl has become a spectacle now. It's all sponsored and it's all out there. I take very little stock out of these apart from smaller school guys who are there. Like if you've not shown me stuff in college, you're not showing me stuff now that's going to change my mind on you. So I don't watch them too much. Obviously, when players I like are involved, I'll go in and have a watch. But yeah, I've done little bits here and there, but mainly it's been trying to get a hold of the roster and work my way through the roster because the Shrine Bowl was only 4 days ago, and usually you get a week to dissect each roster down. And this year we've got 3 days, so bit more just doing prospect work, I think, really.
That's fair. That's fair. Are there any players, especially that you like, that are on the Senior Bowl rosters that you're looking forward to watching in the game?
Oh yeah, there's loads. I think in terms of favorite prospects today, all starts and ends with Kyle Louis. I've adored the kid for years. Now the outside linebacker out of Pitt. I'm looking forward to watching him. But I've got every guy I'm watching by position. So obviously, there's lots of players involved today, and we'll go through more of them. But quarterback, obviously it's Pavia and Newsmeyer who are starting off, but specifically looking at Cole Payton out of NDSU and Taylor Green out of Arkansas. Two guys I've got my very close eye on. The running backs, running back classes, not a lot of running back ones knocking around this year, but there's a lot of guys on day three, especially for us where we're at, where I'm really looking forward to seeing. You got Jamari Taylor out of Virginia, Seth McGowan out of Kentucky, Keon Owens out of FIU. Wide receiver, Malachi Fields out of Notre Dame and Lewis Bond out of Boston College. Tight ends, of course, my NC State guy, Justin Jolie, and then Tanner Koziol as well, who's been slaying this offseason. Offensive line, there's quite a few, but specifically Jake Slaughter, Trey Zune. Trey Zune's out of Tamu, Slaughter out of Florida. Then on the defensive side of the ball, at tackle, you got Lee Hunter, who is just oh, like he could go to the Hall of Fame if he wants to, if he has the career I think he's going to. And then you got Grayson Holton. Grayson Holton's one of the ones we'll talk about later, but very much for us, I'm looking at. Defensive end, there's quite a few interesting prospects, but Zion Young and TJ Parker are the ones I'm watching here. TJ Parker's getting knocked down to levels in this draft. I thought we'd never have a chance of drafting him, and now I'm getting to the point where I can start thinking about it as a prospect now. So, that's going to be fun. Then the linebackers are the fun ones. Kyle Louis and Jack Kelly, both I want in Detroit very much so. Then at corner, the Davison, Ibonison. That's Ryan brought me into that one, but he is, and I agree, exactly the sort of corner the Lions are looking for. And then you got Ephesium Prysock from Washington, who are looking very closely at. And then your safeties, Michael Taff out of Texas and Jalen Kilgore out of South Carolina. So there's quite a few guys we've got this evening that I'm keeping an eye closely on per position. Obviously, there's a lot more players here than that. Not all of them will play, but yeah, certainly a lot of intrigue.
Mm. I'm looking forward to the game. I know very little about these guys. I know that Malachi Fields has had a fairly good set of practices so far, and I know that he's one of the bigger names at the wide receiver position this year.
He's had a very solid he's had a very solid collegiate career. A few years at Virginia, then obviously he spent this year at Notre Dame. Not the easiest place to go, but it's his size. He's 6'4", 222 pounds. Obviously, the Lions are very much set at receiver with Williams and St. Brown and Tesla, but we still lack a real big-bodied outside receiver. Like, if you're gonna complement the group this year, for me, I want to see someone a little bit bigger in the equation, a bit more height, a bit more strength per se, like physical strength. Not that the other guys aren't tough, they're tough as nails, but you just want to increase the level of option you've got. And he's just been really steady throughout his career as a big X-Man. So, certainly one I'm going to watch. Obviously, the same named one who's at Miami right now in a few years is going to be the one who he's going to be the one who everybody wants. But yeah, he's fun. And Lewis Bond is as well the other receiver I've got. He's probably the best contested catcher of this lot. I for some reason watch the Boston College Locked On guy, and I watch it every day. I know a ton about him. But he's more of a slot guy, a smaller, undersized guy. But just in terms of someone with that contested catch ability, that he's like 18 for 22 this year or something like that. It's crazy. So the receivers are low key good, and he's been cooking Dalen Everett, the Georgia corner, all week. Like he's absolutely wrecked it. Dalen Everett's draft stock will have gone down after this because he was average beforehand, and he's been shown up by Lewis Bond. So there's these little bits in there, of course. You've got the Division 3 sensation everyone's on about as well. That's the only thing I don't like with this thing. He's getting blown up now, and then as soon as the Senior Bowl's done, everyone will forget about him. That's why I don't like the hype that comes from these events, because the hype comes, then when the event's over, everyone's just like, yeah, let's just go back to everyone else again. Forget about all these guys. It's a pain, but got some good small school guys in here as well, which I'm looking forward to. Always a big small school guy. But that's why I prefer the Shrine Bowl. Yeah, get more schools, more small school there, but a few intriguing options here.
Hmm. All right. Bobo Lan is in the chat. Just said, "What up, guys? Hey, Bobo. Hope you're doing well. If there's anyone watching along, Paul Walker's in there as well, saying yes, boys. Hoped you would be doing this. I'm glad you're all here, guys. If you've got any comments as we go, as the game starts, we're only 3 minutes away. We'd love to watch it along with you and go back and forth about what we think about these guys. So do get involved. And Paul, looking forward to see you again on Sunday for the Super Bowl as well. Oh, it's going to be a good game. Still in the studio. I tell you what, all the Senior Bowl coverage that you see if you're not a credentialed media guy is, well, the first 40 minutes of day 3 practices yesterday, it's just all adverts and them just chatting. I'm like, can I see the practice, please? It's really frustrating.
It is. It's kind of like the combine. You don't get to see, like they spend half the time on adverts. So it's just like let people have a stream to be able to watch the practices in full. You've got plenty of time to put adverts in there and whatnot. So, it's just again, that's why I'm not as uber into them because again, the Senior Bowl's just become a bit more of a circus, really. A lot of players aren't really that interested in playing in it. They don't put as much effort in. Like the Shrine Bowl the other day was fun because this is a lot of smaller school guys, a lot of guys who've got a lot to prove, who want to show out in front of the scouts and make a name for themselves. And I was listing off players who performed well the other day. There was like 12, 15 players who were like, actually, yeah, they've done really well and really looked like they wanted it. The Senior Bowl's been such a disappointment in recent years. It's just meh. But I don't know whether it might be a bit different this year because for me, this is not. I don't like this draft class in general. I'm just not as excited by it. I don't have as many ride or dies, and I think overall the quality's in a lot of areas is just not as good. Like there's not that many tight ends knocking round. I think the tackle class is terrible. The QB class is terrible for starters. There's like next year's going to be a generational draft potentially. This one is not. So I think there's a lot more guys on the fringes who are going to need to show out here this time, which could be a good thing, rather than having a load of blue chip guys who sort of pull out and don't want to bother with it this year. Most of them have stayed. And I think there'll be a lot of competition because I just think there's a lot of uncertainty about some of these classes everywhere. Edges, offensive line, QBs trying to sneak up into round one. You've got a lot of You've got to, you've not got many more chances to improve your stock now, and this, as much as I don't like it, is one of them. So I don't know. I'm expecting to see something a lot more interesting today than in recent years.
It does definitely feel like a draft where the intrigue for me is going to be definitely on day two and later. Day one feels just disappointing right now, and I know there was a lot said about how there might only be 10 first round grades on some players, and I think that's maybe particularly negative, but it really does feel like there's sort of strength in those sort of round three, round four areas where there's just a lot of strength and depth at that kind of mediocre position where there's a lot of judgment to be done on the guy's character to see whether they kick on from there. I don't know if you agree.
See, actually, I find it more intriguing. I'm so intrigued about day one this year because usually you could name about, I'd say about 23, 24 players who are a locked on round one in a draft. I think most years you get most, and you're talking about maybe five, six guys fighting for those last few spots at the end of the first round. I think this year, I couldn't name you 20 guys who I think are a lock for the first round, especially with the combine not arrived yet, because obviously combine measurements, interviews, all that sort of stuff do have an impact on people's draft stock here. I think this could be a year where you could look at potentially, 40, 45 players who legitimately have a shot of going in the first round because I just don't think, that there are that many certainties there. And I think a lot of it's going to come down to personal preference of teams, scheme, all that sort of stuff. So I'm actually really intrigued, like trying to do a round one mock this year. I've sort of flitted around and tried to, like, I've had my initial look at one. And I'm just like, I've no idea. Obviously, you need to know when free agency's done and what happens, but I think there's a ton of intrigue about who goes in this year because I just think it's more uncertain than ever. Um, Day three is fun this year. Day three is a lot of fun. Um, and I think a lot of people I like is going to fall into that category. But you're right, the day two area is interesting, and what the Lions do is interesting as well.
I think
Because
the,
there's a
the
lot of potential guys in there who you could go for, and what positions we need, or just fit the profile of one of our players. So
I mean, just the variation, like you say, is massive. I mean, if you have a look at Daniel Jeremiah's top 50, you'll see McNeil Warren, the safety out of Toledo's, in the high 20s in his list, whereas most people have him as a kind of mid round two, round three kind of guy. And it's the distillation which kind of happens in these next couple of months after we know after the national championship who's declared and who's hasn't, and everyone kind of now really starts to hammer the process, and then there will be a bit of groupthink which comes in, and maybe everyone will get a bit too samey before getting to the draft to actually find out what the teams think, which is probably totally different again. So in some ways, you never really bloody know.
And a lot of the top players have had weaker seasons or not, developed how you thought they would. You think of TJ Parker and you think of Peter Woods, both the Clemson pair, who you're like, well, these two could both go in the top five of this draft. Now, Woods probably will still go fairly high, but by their standards, they didn't go as much as you wanted this year. They didn't take the superstar leap you expected. And that's rung true for a lot of these players that were first round orientated last season. They've just not that many of them have had standout massive seasons. Obviously, the QB class completely collapsing. People would expect Aller to be here, Nussmeier to be here, Arch to be here, Lenoris Sellers to be here, Dante Moore to be here, and not, vast majority of them have gone back to college or they have performed so poorly that they're not in that consideration no more. So, I think it's underperformance among some of the top guys that is also it's just completely shaken things now. So, it's yeah, it's intriguing to me. I sometimes like it. There is an appeal to a draft where there's not so many surefire things because that's where your shocks happen and guys just massively rise up boards. And because some classes are so weak, how early are you going to start going? Your tight ends after Kenyon Sadiq, how high are they going to go? Because they're very rare. People might have to go early for them. Your pass rush and D tackles are going to go early because there's not that many of them. A lot of run stuffers this year, not a lot of pass rushers in the interior. So are they going to go high? Who knows? But it's yeah, there's a lot of guys here that need some good performances, to be fair.
Yeah, we got a few more people in the chat now. We got Brent DeWitt asking how the centre class is. Paul Airwalker says it's poor. Bob Olan agrees. I mean, there's a few names of note, but they are fairly well spread, and actually quite a few of them are day three prospects. I think is there only two or three centre prospects in the first 2 days at all, even by the consensus boards now. It's not a strong draft,
See,
is it? It's not even that. Maybe two?
consensus has never been high on centers really, but I think if you're looking for like bona fide day one starters, you're struggling. I think if you're looking for guys who can develop into centers as times go by, I think it's actually decent. It depends what you're looking for. Do you want the physical profile like Jake Slaughter? Do you want the experience like Logan Jones? Or, but it is telling that they're cross-training so many guys at center, especially at the Senior Bowl, to see what they can do. And some prospects have played a little there in college. I'm thinking of guys like in Wei Wu and that who've been practicing at center, maybe thinking, well, we'll take advantage of a class that is not as deep. But I mean, what is deep? You don't know really. A lot of these smaller school guys, like the Kansas State centers in this draft, he's actually pretty good. Um, it's all relative. You look at the Super Bowl, you've got an undrafted free agent out of North Dakota State playing starter at center for the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl this year. No one gave Jalen Sundell the time of year 2 years ago. And here he is starting in a Super Bowl with his teammate from the year after behind him at left guard. The NFL's just a funny thing, but in terms of top tier starting day one talent, the center class is weak, but I think there's a lot to like about it a bit further down the line. I think there's a lot of intriguing prospects there, but not what the Lions need. We need someone who can start day one. So the pool is small for that.
Benton said he liked Martin Klein from Michigan despite the terrible offense they ran. We saw how good Loveland was for the Bears this year. I don't think Klein and Loveland are in the same ballpark, are they, though, really?
I don't. It's hard because obviously the team is not as good as it was last year, but that affects people as they go on. I mean, there's very little there with it. He's not a receiver at all. Like he's a blocking tight end. That's what you're getting him for. I think like half his receiving yards this year came against New Mexico in game one, and that was it. So outside of that, you're looking, is he a good blocker? And I mean that run game was serviceable this year. I know he's been the blocking tight end there for a couple of years now. I'm not uber bothered about him really. There are better tight end prospects that I like here. Someone like Tanner Koziol is much better. He's the same size, he's bigger, he's a better receiver, and he's still got the upside to block like Klein does. So, but yeah, we need a pass catcher at tight end this year. We need a pass catching tight end to go with Sam Laporta, and depending on what his injury status is like, we've got too many guys who can block okay, but they're just not great receivers. Like I believe we need to invest in someone who's a good pass catcher as well, has the frame to be a better blocker. We need to really revamp our tight end room this year. But again, you want guys like Koziel, you're going to have to spend your day two picks on them, and it's like it's not at the top of our list of issues, but it's still important, and they're going to go quick because there's not that many tight ends knocking around this year, so it might just be a case of you're going to have to sit and wait a year or get someone right at the bottom of the barrel like Klein.
It is frustrating about people like Koziol because if you go to any of the mock draft software because you want to see what you might be able to do, everyone and his uncle has him as a like round 5, round 6 guy. You can just pick him up easily in round 4 and you feel like you're just doing really good business because he's a great player, and then you're going to wake up in the draft and maybe at the bottom of round 2 he's going to be gone, and it's just like, the hell.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. These boards don't update very quickly. And, again, you've got to watch it. These boards, a lot of them are just consensus boards that go on what everyone else is saying because everyone else is saying round 5 pick. No one really takes the time to stop and appreciate him. But he's got the size at 6'7". He's put on weight. I think he said he's up to 248 now. Like, that's perfect frame that you want. It's not going to affect his pass catching ability. Guys like him in this draft are rare. Kenyon Sadiq will go top 10 or 15, and then after that, if you want one, you've got to pull the trigger at some point. you can't risk him slipping from round 2 to round 3, so you're willing to do it. That's the intrigue with it.
That is the intrigue indeed, and the kickoff is just about to go. Don't know how you're
Yeah,
doing, but I just see the holder now.
it's just he's returning it now.
Oh, you're way ahead of me.
Oh, am I?
Oh, I don't care. I mean, we're not. It's not a Lions game. Who cares? Kickoff is away for me.
I'll just wait till you finish the play and then can
Returns
say
up
what
to
I
the
need to.
32.
Yeah, yeah.
Price Betcher, a tackling machine. Okay.
That's the Oregon. Is that Paul, perchance?
That's the Oregon linebacker.
So it's going to be interesting to watch Nussmeier because this time last year, everyone was talking about him as well, basically the first overall pick this coming year. What a fall from grace he's had.
That's what I mean. A lot of these guys have just not performed at all this year. Especially the QB class. That's why Al has gone back because of the injury, but a lot of them have just not improved their draft stock or it's regressed. So I just don't think he's that good, to be fair. And he was never going to get the job with who's arrived on campus now. Obviously, you're out of eligibility anyhow. So yeah, that's what's really screwed this draft up. What was potentially a really deep quarterback class is now not so deep.
Yeah.
That's a good catch for first down. That looks like the silver helmet, the gold helmet of Malachi Fields. I could be wrong.
It is
It
Malachi
is.
Fields, yeah.
It is. That's Malachi Fields with his first catch. I do really like him. Again, the Lions don't possess anybody like him. He's just been steady. He's got like 800 yards a year for the last 3 years. It's just steady production. Of course, a lot of the big X guys don't get tons of yardage because they're not the safety net slot who just gets the ball all the time. So don't worry about his production not going into the thousands or anything. Oh, that's Mike Washington on the run there. Oh, there's a lot of hype over Mike Washington at the moment.
Really?
The
Okay.
Arkansas running back. Yeah, yeah. Well, again, once Jeremiah Love's off the board, I mean, at running backs now, Nick Singleton's broken his foot at Senior Bowl, which might knock his stock. Like the class after Jeremiah Love, because Jeremiah Love will go top 10, then it's a free for all afterwards in terms of who's going to get that spot. So, some of these guys could end up going high on day 2 if they do well enough and separate themselves from the other running backs. But I know he's had a very good week.
No one really looks at the Arkansas prospects. Just a school that's out of favor at the moment. But I mean, his is his build. He's 6'2" and he's 228. Like that's a big.
Yeah, there's not many people built like that.
A big man running back that is, and I believe he's had over 1,000 yards this year. He used to be at Buffalo ages ago, but if you rush for 1,000 in the SEC, there's some. I mean, look at that. He's just taken a pile with him there. He's just taken the entire scrum with him.
God, he keeps the legs churning, doesn't he? Bloody hell.
Just gets his head down, keeps going. Oh, is that Kalen Black this time? That looks like a Hoosiers helmet. I can never be sure. That is a Hoosiers. That's Kalen Black, actually. See, Kalen Black's really underrated because he's 5'9". But he's been a really good rotational piece for Indiana.
He was
Behind
really
Henry.
impressive all the way through the playoffs.
He was. Oh, no. Oh, what a drop. That's the Stanford tight end.
Oh, yay.
Oy vey.
Sam Roush.
Yep. Oh dear.
Those are not the sort of drops you want on you there. Those are really not.
Oh, I tell you what, they have taken the ball out of Nussmeier's hands the whole drive so far.
They have. I mean, that was a bad job. That one to Roush a minute ago, that should have gone 20, 30 yards. But the offensive line's doing really well. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell who they've got in because they don't really tell you much about the starting O-line.
No.
We'll have a look. That's another really good run through the middle. Oh, is that Kalen Black again? It is.
That is Kalen Black. Yeah, so the starting right tackle for the American team is the Arizona State right tackle, Max.
Oh, Ian Atchor.
Yeah, sure. I'm seeing the numbers and then I'm searching
Look at
on
that.
seniorbowl.com for the
That's
number.
no, they're usually pretty. You're right. I can see the Sun Devils helmet there. That's
Good block by him.
The Auburn tackles in there as well. Can see that much. But Ian Atchor's interesting. He's one of those. He's more a development guy on day 2, but he's got all the physical traits you want. Of course, he's a Big 12 winner. That's a nice throw and a catch. That is the LSU wideout. Is that Barry and Brown?
Oh, yeah.
That
Very
might
good.
be Barry and Brown. See, Barry and Brown's going to be invaluable the next level. He's might be the best kick. He's, in fact, yeah, it's not lie. He's the best kick returner in this draft period, but he's electric. I don't think there's a DB that could keep up with him speed-wise. He's that quick. He's obviously not had the greatest year at LSU, but
should have some
there's a lot
chemistry
to work with.
Nussmeier.
That's why you went to one another there. Tight end rolls out again. That's tipped. That's a good tip. Is that Max Llewellyn, I think? That is Max Llewellyn. Very disappointed in him this year. Max Llewellyn and Ethan Hurkett were meant to be one of the best. We had them as one of the best edge tandems in college football this year, and they have both disappointed.
Oh, that was a great rep.
Was. But he's had a bad year. Oh, what another run through the middle. They are absolutely churning through the middle here. These interior guys are just going to work.
Oh, didn't quite get there. Oh, close.
That's Mike Washington in again. Mike Washington and Kalen Black. Just look at the gaps they're piling out for them. Is that Slaughter in? That's a Gators. That's Jake Slaughter in there.
Yeah, nice rep.
Slaughter's doing some really, really nice work. Just the amount of holes they're burrowing through the interior of that defense is crazy. That looks like Washington in for this one. Of course, they're going to hand it. Oh, that's clever. That's clever. Oh, suck it up, boyo. You ate that one big time. That's a great play from Nussmeier. And we've got a touchdown after 7 minutes. What a drive that is. Oh, look at that. Suckered right in. That's Max Llewellyn there. He just eats it. He thinks he's got the running back there, and he stuffed it. Turns around, and Nussmeier's high-stepping into the end zone. Of course, you've got to go for 2 in these. Can't kick him. Which is intriguing. Looks like they've got Washington in the backfield again.
Yeah.
He's going to stop. Survey. Oh, good defense that is. Good defense.
Great coverage. I mean, it's not quite a throwaway, but there's no one there, is there?
No.
I'll tell you what, there's not a lot to write home about there for the defense, but offensive line, like you say, especially the interior, had a great job all the way through that drive. Even that 2-point conversion, no pressure coming from the inside, and allowed him to step up in the pocket and throw.
Yeah, and there was nothing really in the way of a pass rush there either, which kind of figures with who's here. It is not the best edge class at the Senior Bowl this year. I don't think there's really anyone who's gonna. I mean, obviously.
Hang on, who was that the national on defense there?
As a national on defense.
So you've got on the national, you've got Max Llewellyn. You've seen. I don't really like him very much. Danny Dennis Sutton. I don't like him.
Just to say, by the way, when you look at the screen, you're not speaking into your mic, so it's a bit muffled. When you are looking up a little bit. I can hear you a lot more clearly.
Oh, okay. I'll make sure I'm in there. Yeah, the Nationals' lot of edge rushers are not great, and I include Kean Sloan in that, who's the NC State edge. So the Americans is a bit better. You've got Zion Young, Derek Moore. You got some of these guys in there who you're gonna, and TJ Parker as well. I would expect a lot more from them. It's Carmona in at left guard. He's really good. Been left tackle most of his career, and then they switched him to left guard this year, and he seems to have gotten even better. Another Arkansas guy. Grandizer really likes him.
Mm.
Good start.
One drive, one touchdown. Not very often metrics you see in the Senior Bowl. Newsmeyer did a good job there, though.
He did.
So this is Pavia up next. We'll see what Diego does. I feel like people unnecessarily hate on Diego. I love him. I love his attitude and the way he plays. I think it's going to translate into the NFL. Ooh. See, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Oh.
Ooh, that's the
Justin Jolly?
yeah. It's my guy, tight end. Love Justin. Look at that. Evades the pressure. Looking, doesn't panic. It's a nice throw. And Jolie, look at that. The yards after. It takes two guys to bring him down. He's a monster. Somebody's going to be really happy with Justin. He could go like 900 yards his first year in the NFL if he gets a quarterback who likes his tight ends.
What round do you think it's going to go at the moment?
Oh, I think he's day 2 for sure. He's a locked on day 2 pick. Pass catching tight ends are becoming all the rage in the NFL now. And his blocking's not that bad either, to be fair. He's worked his way up the hard way through UConn. UConn, they make you do a lot of run blocking there. NC State don't necessarily, but he's got the size and the frame for it. Some more good O-line work for that run just there. 7 yards. Another handoff. Oh, it's dropped. Oh, no. Oh, don't tell me that, Seth. Oh, it's dropped again. Have they got it back? What an absolutely crazy play. It's just been fumbled twice. Oh, no. I think that was Seth who fumbled it as well. Not Seth. Not Seth. Not Seth. Oh, they've got it back. Oh, the Americans have got it. A handoff. And then... Oh, that's Pavia peanut punches it out. Diego Pavia, the quarterback, peanut punching it to try and get it back, but it still falls to one of their defenders. I don't know whether that's a bad handoff. Oh, no, it's Seth. Not Seth. Oh, yeah, I love that from Pavia. Getting back and peanut punching that thing out, but it's just, that's unlucky. And there was a handoff there as well. There was a handoff when they got the ball. Oh, no. Seth McGowan's got his story is, inspiring the way he's come back from where he was. And I think he's such a hella underrated gem in this draft. Oh my, another big ass hole. That's 15 yards. Man, they are doing some absolute damage here. And again, look at Jake. Up to the second level, shoves the linebacker out, creates that gap. Oh, he's just dominating at the moment. And Cardona on the edge. And there's the Florida left tackle in as well. Doink, see you bye. Oh, what a run that is. He's got about another 20. Is this Jamari Taylor? I love Jamari Taylor. Like I say, he's one of the guys I've got on to watch today, the Virginia running back. Just watch here. This is all him. Duke's the first level defender. That's good blocking. That's Malachi Fields on the outside that's creating the block there. Again, big X type.
Oh, love that. He goes and tries to go and get the block on the outside as the wide receiver. That's what you want to see.
It is. Again, 6'4", 222. That's what you want. But I watched Jamari Taylor eviscerate us earlier this year. He's such a high impact player. Just you give him a bit of open field and you're buggered. That's Barber at left tackle. I don't mind him, to be fair. Tackle class is weird because it seems like every tackle, everyone's going, oh, he's going to be a guard this year. It feels like there's very few actual tackles in this draft because everyone just wants to kick people inside. Another run through the middle. They just can't. They can't stop anything right now. Jaden Ott is in. Golden boy from Cal a few years ago. I'm so torn on him. Like, the world was his oyster. He was a running back 1, 2 years ago. And just, you don't know what the injuries have taken out of him. But if they haven't, then you've got a day 3 pick will be around day 1 starter. Oh, that's too easy. That is way, way, way too easy.
There's no one out there.
The blocking is perfect. Watch this. Again, is it Slaughter again? Watch him. Sealing off on 37. He seals off 2 of them. He stack blocks. Is that Sierra Wright who's in there? Tell you what, Slaughter's absolutely manhandling this defense. That was a stack block. Took 2 defenders out the play. And Ott, just no one touched him. Oh, just too easy, man. Is that Malachi Fields again? No, it's not. Is that the GT receiver?
Looks like it. Number 0.
Just trying to fathom it.
Oh,
Well,
no,
is...
Malachi Fields is number 0.
Oh, it is him then.
That is
he got
him.
the 2. There he goes.
Number 12 is
Look
Kevin
at that.
Coleman, Missouri, apparently.
Look at that. Look at his foot movement there, just to create space for himself. Yeah, I'm about, and again, I don't take these games much into account, but yeah, he's just impressing me a lot right now. Malachi Fields is, and his production means that he's probably not going to go day 1 or day 2, or not early day 2 at least.
Yeah,
He's going to slip to a more favourable stand-in for you. That is some great running there. But yeah, this interior line's killing it. They're absolutely slaying it. See what the Nationals got now. 13 zip like that. Or 14 zip, sorry. Where is... I need to work out where some of my favorite guys are. Where are they? Kyle's on the national defense. Ooh. Not seeing much of him unless he's not playing at the moment. I don't know.
can't really hear you, sorry, Ant.
Just trying to work out. Kyle's on the national defense, but I don't think I've seen him out there. Where's Grayson playing?
He's playing on the national as well. Oh, that doesn't bode well. I hope he's not been out there.
Oh, wow, you can only run 11, 12, and 21. Interesting.
Yeah, you're not allowed to run anything too funky.
Yeah, you can only do so much with this. Like, you can't blitz either, which is a shame, but you're trying to see what the defensive linemen can do on their own without help. Because if you want to evaluate them,
Does
no
kind of
use if
help
you've got a
that.
safety blitz coming up all the time. You're not going to get that in the NFL. You want to see what they're like technically, which makes a lot of sense. National have some work to do here,
Yeah, this could get ugly.
and that is not the way to start. That's one of the Iowa pairing. Think it's the Iowa DT, that one is. It's not Llewellyn. They've got, they do have a DT in this.
Adam Randall on the carry.
Oh, he's the Clemson back. He's useless. Don't like him really at all. I swear that is an Iowa man. There's two of them. Have to see.
Whoa! This is getting ugly.
Ooh! Got stepped on when he was dropping back there, Pavia, by the centre.
Yep. And then swallowed up. Looked like Grayson Holton, that did. Could be wrong. Or was it? Yeah, that's a screen. That's not really going anywhere. That one completely blown up. That's Josh Cameron on the screen. And that, I think, was my dude, Jack Kelly, on the tackle. He's the 242-pound linebacker out of BYU. I absolutely adore him. 10 sacks this year because he can blitz. And with his size, he can come up to the defensive line as well. If we can't get Kyle Louis, he would be the one I would default to afterwards in terms of bringing a pass rush threat from outside linebacker. But you can't go wrong with a BYU defender, especially one of their linebacking captains. They usually are gold. 14-0, and the Americans have the ball in hand. American
Great
is playing
start.
physical. Their offensive line's making money here. Like, people just, like, people saying, oh, yeah, Jake Slaughter's a day 3 pick. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, if you see anyone say that, call them out on it. He's a physical freak,
Yeah.
but he's every single thing you want. The Lions should be over him like a rash. You want Slaughter, Ratledge, and Mahogany work in your interior for the next 10 years, then it's going to be one of the best interior offensive lines in football. It honestly is. I just don't get people who are low on him. But Ian Atcher will be interesting. He'll be a name who'll pop up with the second round pick for us if you want to tackle.
Of course, if you want a tackle who specializes in run blocking, you go to running back. You go to RBU. That's what they're known for. Got to run block like a champion when you're a Sun Devil. Yeah, I more and more by the day, I'm sold up on Malachi Fields now. I really am.
Yeah, he's good, isn't he?
I don't like the career receivers from Notre Dame because they're usually not that good, but he's only been there 1 year. Um, he knows what he's doing, and he showed he can play in that ND team as well. So I'm he's really good. Again, that's the one thing we kind of lack a little. We need to get a bit tougher. We need to give the run game as much help as it can next year, and more receivers that can do it, the better. God, stadium's not even full. I'd be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, stadium's barely got anyone in it.
I must admit, it's not the most exciting game in the world, but for what you get, there's still a lot to take away from it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm out on Proctor. Me too, Brent. I don't want the Lions anywhere near him. Proctor and Dunker are going to be my poster childs for no. Just no. People are only picking him because he's from Alabama and Brad likes to draft Alabama players, so they just stop doing any deep sort of dive on him. He's just not that good. We've already got a big useless, well, not big useless, but we've already got a big lump that can't move very well developing at left tackle. You don't want to get another one. May as well just keep Manu. Excuse me. They changed the QB. I didn't see. Nope, still Nussmeier.
Yep, still Nussmeier. And that was
He's
number
got Brock.
84.
He's got the Miami Center in Brockemeyer. See, Brockemeyer's interesting. I think he gets a lot of hate. He's not put in the top echelons of center conversation, but I think he's a damn good center.
That was the Wyoming Titan. They're making that catch.
Gillenborg or what? Gillenborg.
Yeah, Gillenborg.
Oh, there's Malachi Fields with another catch, and that is in a contested catch situation. Look at him. Up he goes. Oh, just finds that zone coverage so good. Just right after he gets past the linebacker, he just stops, turns on a dime, works that coverage so well.
It's not even a contested catch in the end. Then he's still got about a yard of separation by the time it gets there.
But it's a tight route. It's a tight route for him to run, but he turns
on
a
yeah.
nickel as soon as that defender's past him. Handoff, gets the yard they need. God, their yards per carry at the minute must be sort of 5 or 6. They're going to let this go to the end of the first quarter, I think. Obviously, these games never stop the clock, so they pass a lot quicker.
Yeah.
That was tough going, that was, for the National.
It goes this quickly, then Pavia's not going to get much time.
No, he's not. But to be fair, I don't think Diego Pavia has much to prove. It's just people's willingness to bet on his size. There's no denying his heart. There's no denying the strength he plays with, his ability, the throws, the playmaking ability in structure and out of structure. It's all there. If he was like 4 or 5 inches taller, you'd be talking a bona fide round 1 pick with him. It's just, are you willing to go with his size? That's the only thing with him.
It's not going to surprise me if he goes to UDFA based on his height.
I don't think so. I think someone will take him because his upside is too much to let risk go into undrafted free agency, especially if you've got 8 or 9 day 3 picks and you've got more picks than you can shake a stick at. You're going to spend one on him.
You know who he reminds me of? I think he's still in the NFL. He reminds me of Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, potentially. I would be surprised if that comp had been made with him, but I think he's got a lot. He's a lot better than what Tainer Heineke could have been. I'd say he's got all the tools you want. He just, again, it's the size and where he lands.
Um,
But
that,
he will interview very well. He's got the biggest mouth in college football, but he
mm,
backs it up. And teams will appreciate that. They'll say, look, when you say you're going to do something, you do it and you
mm,
back it up and you don't make excuses. So that will be very much liked by NFL teams.
yeah.
Ooh, excuse me.
Liverpool were playing and determined to disappoint me again today against Taib's Newcastle.
Well, we threw a 2-goal lead away against Walsall and we've just drawn off fifth in the last 6 games.
Oh,
So
bloody hell.
yeah, and it's like 6 of the 7 teams above us won. So we're falling away from the autos now. We are just in a break at the minute, by the way, so you're not missing anything. Oh God, mock draft Caden Proctor to the Lions. Good God. Swear half these people just don't watch these players before evaluating them. He's just not a first round pick. Even the people talking about him is, yeah, he's far from polished and there's a lot he can't do, but eventually he could be good. It's like, well, eventually a day 3 pick could be good.
Yeah, you
I'm not
hear that a
picking one. I'm
lot.
not picking one. I'm not picking one at 17 because he might be good in a few years' time. I just don't. I just don't get it with him. I
Who was
really,
the
really don't.
Arizona tackle now playing at guard at Green Bay who went at the bottom of the first?
Oh, you're talking about Is it Salvanea?
No.
He
Oh,
had a,
that
he had
that he
a.
was Arizona. You're right. He's not Arizona. Who am I thinking of? Who did Green Bay kick into tackle because they couldn't get a start for him anywhere else?
They
Oh,
play their guys all over the show. You're talking about their right guard, aren't you? Um. Ooh.
oh, maybe I'm not thinking about the Packers. Maybe.
Because I know Salvanea got kicked inside wherever he ended up. He didn't end up at tackle,
Oh, I
but
am
that was
thinking
widely
Jordan
predicted.
Morgan. Where was he?
Oh, he was Arizona as well.
He was Arizona. So people didn't talk about Morgan as having this high upside, but it was like, oh, he's probably going to be bottom of round 1, top of round 2, solid offensive lineman, needs to do a bit of growing, technique's a little bit sloppy at times, and he can't get a start in year 2 in Green Bay's team apart from being kicked inside to guard and not looking very good doing it.
Oh, there's Aaron Anderson. He's only 5'8", but he's the best slot receiver in this draft. That's a nice throw. He's such an accomplished route runner. His size is not going to matter at all. Um, he's been so productive for this LSU team. And again, when he's not playing, they don't look anywhere near as good. He's going to be a QB's best friend on day 1, Aaron Anderson is. Oh, nice run stop there. Someone crashed downhill and stopped that in their tracks.
Ooh.
That's the Nebraska. That looked like Nebraska. I know
Yeah,
they're
that
saying
looks like
Bud Clark's in
Nebraska.
there.
Number 24.
Oh, there's Michael Taff.
Number 24 is Jalen McMurray from Tennessee.
Oh, it wasn't him then. The only problem they don't stop and focus on the players, so I get a good look at them. But we'll see. It was the TCU linebacker was involved in there. So another. Oh, is that a drop? That's tough. That's Gillenborg again, the Wyoming tight end.
Straight up the seam and picked off.
Wait, did that get picked?
He got picked, number 29 of the National.
Oh, he tipped it.
He tipped it, yeah.
He tipped it
and into
to
the
him.
hands of Deshaun Singleton.
That was
What a catch.
To be honest, that throw was too high. I don't put much blame on the tight end there. He was grasping for that. That was a bad throw from Nussmeier. I think it's still Nussmeier in.
Yes, it is.
It looked like it was, but that was his first bad throw. He just completely overthrew his tight end there. Draft analysis saying Fono is the only true tackle in this draft. I think Lomu is as well. I think both the Utah pairing are they're tackles going forward. I know there's a lot of love for Munro Freeling at the minute at tackle as well. I will have to watch him more, but I don't think he's earned that level of love he's getting right now. But they certainly are talking about kicking most of the top prospects inside. But Proctor just screams the next Evan Neal. Just a big lump who's gonna not adjust to the speed of the NFL.
He does always appear, even though he's a physical freak, quite slow to react.
I'll have to watch that throw again because Paul said it's bad. To me, that looked too high, but I could be wrong.
He got there at the top of the ball, so I think the jump was perfect, and it was still very high for a perfect jump. So,
And he is pretty tall. He's like 6'5", 6'6". I'll have a look at that again in a minute, but I thought
Gillen
that was on the
Borg is
QB.
6053 apparently.
So that's 6'5", just above 6'5". So he ain't small. I don't know. We'll have to wait until the thing comes back on and see.
I love having on the Senior Bowl website all of the players searchable with heights and weights and game number and whatever. It makes it so easy.
It does. It does. Oh, sugar.
Paul likes Freeling.
See, he's been all right. I know last year he wasn't that good. I know he's been better this year, but he still does have issues. I think it was the Florida game. Tyreek Sapp had him on toast for a lot of it. It's just, but he is like 6'7". He's pretty big. I think speed rushes are his issue.
Maybe that's not a bad throw.
I think there's blame on both sides. It could have been better, but if you want to make a name for yourself, you do take that catch. I think there's blame on both sides of the ball for that. But it's a big turnover. National gonna have to get something going now.
Pavia's last drive, maybe?
Potentially. It depends how long. Obviously, 3 each.
So you should get 1 1/3 of a quarter, 20 minutes each.
Ish. Oh, here he is. This is Keon Owens. I love Keon Owens. He's a career guy at Florida International, but went over 1,000 yards this year. He's such a tough runner. He's about 5'10". He's on the smaller side, but he is a between the tackles.
Is he the one that just got called up today?
No.
Oh. He has not got a listed height and weight or game number, so he must have been a late entry.
Here he is. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's just about a first down. You see him hit the gap there. His vision is tremendous. I have a thing for FIU Panthers. There's just something about that team that I like, but obviously they've had the new head coach there this year, and he's just brought him to life. He is such a good runner. And fun fact, he's got a pet snake called Batman. So Ash would love that because it gives him an excuse to do his Bane thing more often. But yeah, his pet snake's called Batman.
I love that.
He's in again here, 3rd and 1. They'll probably hand it off again.
Oh, the quarterback is Peyton.
Oh, Cole Payton. Oh, he is. He's got the green helmet on. Oh, I love Cole Payton. See, consensus is Cole Payton is a round 2 pick.
What? I've never seen that. Really?
Yeah. Draft Network have him as a round 2 pick.
No way.
Yep. Draft Network have him as a round 2 pick. And
that's not consensus though. I know they're very high on him, but PFF have him down in the 200s.
Yes, because PFF are an analytics-based system that won't be taking where he is into account.
Well,
but he's
got a 97 grade by PFF.
Look at that for a throw. See, he's got a cannon. He's got an absolute cannon of an arm, but he's pocket passer first, which is odd when you're at North Dakota State. Generally, they're like their dual threat guy's been a runner first, but he's a good runner. But in structure, he's got an arm that can reach every part of a field. His deep balls are especially, they're just on the money. Like, I would be all in on the Lions getting him and training him up in Goff's absence, but I'm not spending that high a pick on him. But
No way.
he's worth it. He's absolutely worth it. He's out our price category. Saying that, he gets sacked. Is that R.R. Mason Thomas there? No, it's Overton. LT Overton. So that's the Bama edge. Again, it's just the Bama guys I'm not intrigued with this year, him or Proctor, but that's a good rush, that is. That's a good rush.
Stuck
Second and
underneath the left
14.
tackle, didn't he?
Yeah. He is powerful. LT Overton is powerful. If he gets under you, you're done. Gonna hand that off. I think that's oh no, it's keeper. Look at that. That's a good play, that is. Ooh. It's a bit rude. So yeah, right. That's a bit naughty.
Oh, very late.
That's a bit naughty throwing a player into it, but that's a lovely fake that is, and there is that's what he's about. He's got the dual threat ability. And that was a really good fake, that was. Oh, so yeah, right, that's naughty. Someone should say something to him about that.
Justin Jolly was that?
Well, someone got launched into him, but that was dirty out of play. That was very dirty. But he's got him in good position here. Oh, that's not a good throw. Well, that's Keon leaking out the backfield. In fact, I don't know if the throw was good or he missed it. That was
Looked
a
like it
tough
went
one
straight through his hands.
He's not really a pass catching running back. I don't know. I'd have to see it again.
I'm presuming it will be replayed in a second. Maybe not.
No. He looked disappointed with himself, Keon. Oh, they're going for it. Oh, there he is. Jennings is in. He
Dunker.
drinks. Yeah, Jennings is in. He likes coffee and he's got fucking mullet, so the Lions should draft him. Broken up. That is great pass coverage, that is. Great.
Poor
Let's have a little
throw.
look.
Way off target. It's about a yard and a half away from the receiver, and no chance.
Yeah. That's good coverage, though. He had to kind of throw it a little wider because any shorter it could have been picked. Well, that's a promising drive out the bag, but you get to see a little bit about what Cole Payton's about there.
Yeah, I want to see where NFL Mock Draft Database have Cole.
Like I say, he'll be a day two. I reckon he'll be in day two conversation. For sure. There's just not that, you take a chance on him. And he's not that, the thing is, he's not got the most starting reps in the world ever. So you're only just sort of scratching the surface off what he's capable of. The more he plays, the better he's going to get. But honestly, his arm is tremendous. And the dual threat ability, teams will love.
Currently, according to NFLMockDraftDatabase.com, Cole Payton's average consensus mock draft position at the moment is 188, 6th round.
Yeah, it's not going to be where he goes.
Sam Teets has him at 201, who is a person I respect quite highly. Got a good substack, Sam Teets. which I'm subscribed to. Oh, San Francisco. What a pretty place.
That'd be way too hot for me. Way too hot.
You say that, but it gets pretty cold in the Bay Area.
Oh, well, that's fine for me then. I'll stay in the Bay.
I mean, just if you go in like November time, it'd be pretty chilly.
Mobile, Alabama, 34 degrees. Yeah, hell with that. Feels like 23, but it's 34. That is way too much.
34's like freezing, isn't it?
Probably there it is. Here, that's life-changingly hot.
Come on, no it's not.
Look at them. They've got the bloody heater on. You absolute crazy folks. It's
And
34 degrees.
34 degrees is literally 1 degree centigrade.
Oh,
Celsius.
I thought they were working. Oh, of course, they don't work in Celsius, do they?
Yeah,
They work in
it's just above
Fahrenheit.
freezing.
They work in Fahrenheit because they're stupid. No, you're not. You're not, but...
Oh, I should have had him.
Is that Jade or not? That looks like Jade or not. He
Wasn't
is. Whoa, that's a fake and off, that is. Oh, that's some good running from Jade not through the tackles, that is. Not what he's necessarily known for. Oh, Altmaier's in. What a disappointment. We had such high hopes for Illinois this year, but he just goes missing in every single big game he plays. It's a shame. There he is again, Jaden. He's running well. It's just how much of the injury's taken out of him, but if he's not that badly affected, he can be like a 1B. He can be like a 1B in the NFL, or a very good 2. And you're going to spend not a high day 3 pick on him. I think he's going to be insane value for money. Oh, for pick. Excuse me. Oh, he nearly got stripped then. Good job he didn't throw it. If he'd have thrown that, he'd have got stripped.
Oh.
If he'd have arched his arm back then to throw, he'd have been stripped.
Yeah.
That's Kian Sloan. See, I like Kian Sloan, but he only got 1 year in rally. He was really good at Utah State, but he only got 2 sacks this year. The production just didn't match it at the power level. Otherwise, I'd be quite in on him. Oh, is that Bryce? That nice shiny green Oregon helmet. You could tell that from a mile away. He's the most recognizable player on this field, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, no! What? The tight ends are having a rough one today.
Oh.
The tight ends, that's the Ohio State tight end. That's Max Clare. Is Max Clare there?
That is Will Kakmarek.
Oh, Kakmarek. That looks like an Ohio State.
He was at Ohio State.
Oh, was he? Oh, you can't be dropping those, Sunshine. That's a lot worse than John's one. That's a lot worse. There's Chandler Rivers. I love Chandler Rivers. It's just, I don't want any more small DBs. Otherwise, I'd be all over him for Detroit. He's been such a consistent corner in the ACC these last 4 years. He plays a lot tougher than his 5'10". I think he's 5'9" or 5'10". He plays a lot tougher than his height. Oh, what a duke there. What a run. Jade Knott's having a cracking drive here. Cracking drive. Look at that. Wabang. Inside. Wabang. Perfect. Perfect. Who's that? That's the Tennessee edge. He just completely dukes. Leaves him for dust. Oh, see, if you can get Cal Jade or not, like he's a running back 1. He legitimately is. Oh, nice. Good run again. That's another 7. No, it's Washington this time. They brought Mike Washington back in. He's
Nice
doing himself
rotation for
no
those running
harms.
backs. Yeah, he's doing very
Look at
well.
that. Sticks his leg in there now. Nice cut out wide. Avoids the dive of the D lineman. Gets some good extra yardage. Says 6, but that's as good as 7. Can see why teams like him. You just see
Yeah.
he hasn't got that breakneck speed when he does hit the edge, which is what limits him. But when you get him into open field, he'll get you some good yardage. And his his yards after contact is good.
Just looks like it's always going to fall forward.
Yeah. Ooh. That was not a 1st and 10. There's Bryce Betcher again. He's all over at the minute, Bryce is. The whole winter is colder. Hang on, I've missed some bits here. I lived in the Bay Area as a kid. It stays in the 40s and damp. In fact, that sounds like a life for me. And the winter's colder. That's great. I would love that. Ooh, we got a flag. Feels like our first flag of the game.
Yeah, there hasn't been much. There was a false start
Really?
early on, but that's basically it. I wonder
Yeah.
what that's going to be. Is that going to be...
Holding.
I don't know.
I
It
think.
was thrown at the feet of the runner. Maybe it's going to be a face mask or something?
No, if the linemen were pulling out to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a holding call. Showing Betcher highlights now. Bowery could be a name to look for on day 2 at tackle, in at right tackle. Now, that's the Boston College guy, I believe. I was listening to Locked On Boston College today.
Were you?
Yeah, I listened. Well, because I was doing my work on Lewis Bond, and he put a video out on Lewis Bond today. He's not as high on Bowery. I'm pretty sure it's Bowery who's the Boston College one. Oh, that's a great tackle. That is. That is a wonderful tackle. Oh, it isn't, is it?
Oh.
That might be him.
Kean Sloan.
Is that Kean Sloan?
Yeah. Kean Sloan. NC State.
Hmm. 4th and 11, they're gonna kick. See, the kickers at the Senior Bowl are worse than the kickers at the Shrine Bowl. It's a good kick. But the guys who are here, I have no idea who they are, but it's William Ferrin and Drew Stevens. But Trey Smack and Dominic Zavada are better than these two. By a long way. 17 zip with 3 minutes to go in the first half. We're getting a shutout here.
I don't understand why they let you do field goals, but they won't let you do extra points, because either want the kickers there or don't.
Yeah. Well, no, because I think in terms of they're looking for creativity and what you can do on your, they're testing the QBs out.
Sure.
You want to test the QB on what he can do, and offensive linemen. There's more to be gained by looking what they can do at the 2-pointer than what they do in. Because obviously, when field goal unit comes out, none of your starters are on. It's all special teams that come out, and you don't just hire special teamers for these games. Like your teams, your special teamers on kick units, the guys who don't really play.
Yeah.
All these guys who come here are bona fide starters on their teams, so it's a bit harsh to ask some of them to play special teams in that format. But as you see, they don't allow contact on the drives anyhow. But
yeah,
you
fair.
can't just have a load of bona fide special teamers in for plays like that.
No, that's fair.
Oh, it is. So yeah, he is the guy out of Boston College. Pretty sure Boston College have they've got 2 of their offensive linemen in the draft this year. They may even have 2 of this, if I remember rightly. When I was going through them today. Yeah, you got Logan Taylor in there as well. So both think he's their tackle.
Oh no, he's the guard. My bad. Mind you, he's kind of played all over for them. He's played left tackle for 1 year, left guard for 1 year, and right guard for 1 year. What a set! What a versatile set. But yeah, Bond's the best player coming out of Boston College by a distance this year. He's really, really good. If the Lions had a need for someone like him, I'd be all over it. They just don't. But he's going to make someone very happy.
Love that. Nussmeier giving all his glory to God with his stat line of not very many throws, but 1 interception. Well done, Garrett.
I know. It's all tremendous, and that's what I mean. It's just way too out of like Shrine Ball don't really do this. Yeah, you're not allowed to make contact with the kicker, Lisa. You can't do stuff like that. Like again, you can't blitz. They really limit what you can do here, but
Oh,
they don't want someone getting injured on unnecessary plays. See, again, you don't get to see much because why they don't do the interviews during the quarter intervals, I don't know. Why they do the interviews during a quarter when plays are going on is beyond me. But they got to get their adverts in during the quarter intervals. Just do them at halftime.
it's Quantavious Hutchins, I think that was.
Oh, massive sack there off the edge.
Oh, that was it. He just got the run stop the play before that. Quantavious Hutchins.
That's how you make a name for yourself.
Boston College's own.
Yeah, he's the third guy. 3 of them.
Quintavious, sorry.
Yeah.
He's around the same size and build as what Aziruaku was last year, but he's nowhere near as good as Donovan Aziruaku. But still decent in their own right. But they've needed some of these plays. Him especially. Look at the pass pro's just so good. They're going through all these again, and just the linemen are just tremendous. These O-linemen are making themselves a book today.
I like Lisa's commentary on the field goal there. It sounds like a flag's been thrown on the play. Flag. No one moved but the kicker.
Ref. Flag.
Flag.
Flag, 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 flag.
You going to be around on Monday?
Should potentially be. I don't think of any reason why not.
Cool.
Ooh,
Oh, bloody hell, we're behind.
What
Liverpool.
what a throw that was in the situation. Never going to get all that back. That's Keon Owens this time again, his running back. That's a really good catch from him.
Tell you what, when he threw that ball, the wind took that a long way.
Yeah. Look, that pass protection just fell. It's wobbling because he's falling away, but that's a nice, neat catch. It's a good run after the catch. I don't know if he got it. He only got 3 yards. That's crazy. Felt like a lot more than 3 yards, but I guess he threw it behind the line of scrimmage. They're going for it. Mind you, there's only 2 minutes left. You may as well at this point.
Keon's doing himself all right here. A few good runs. He's not doing himself any harm.
Yes, Quintavious has had a good week. We've not seen our Div 3 superstar so far.
Wonder if they're playing him.
Or maybe they are playing him and we just haven't seen him yet, but
Could be.
I don't know why, but Red Lobster just does not appeal to me at all.
No.
Like this, I don't think there's any way you can do fast food lobster. Like it's either good or it's just going to be shite completely.
It's good or it's Red Lobster.
Yeah. I just don't think lobster's something you can do in a fast food way. Like you've got to do it properly and put some time and effort into it. You're clearly not going to get good quality stuff when you go.
Yeah, but the problem is any really quality restaurant in the States costs an arm and a leg to go to. The fast foody restaurants.
Yeah.
I say fast food as in, say, Arby's, which isn't really fast food, but it is a...
It looks appetizing, though.
Yeah, Applebee's, anything like that, it's not dissimilar to going to like a Beef Eater or a Brewer's Fare or something like that over here. It's like a standard... chain shit restaurant.
It's just I'd rather, fast food burgers than fast food lobster. Like that's just like because burgers you can do fast.
Give me the place whose tagline is we have the meats. Yes, please.
Yeah, dear. Like you're just looking through these consensus first round guys now, and you're like, yeah, he might not go in the first round. He might not. He might not. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. Carl was just talking in the chat about the lefties at quarterback and has posted a quote which says, as of the 2025 NFL season, there are only two primary starting quarterbacks who are left-handed. Tua Tagovailoa of the Miami Dolphins and Michael Penix Jr. of the Atlanta Falcons. Well, so that could be none for next year then.
Oh, haven't they? The Falcons have just committed to Penix, haven't they? So
yeah, but how long until he's down again with injury? In fact, he won't even start next year, will he?
I don't know. I'm not sure entirely.
They are punting.
That's a terrible punt as well.
Under no pressure. I'll tell you what, the wind took that, though.
Potentially.
That's the same winds that hit the throw that Cole just threw.
Yeah.
Right. Altmaier time.
Yeah, I just run this out. 1:53 left of the half, 17 up. Just run, and inflict the pain. See how much these defensive linemen want it. This is a big question for them now, because you've got to show something. You can lose. You shouldn't, but you can lose a lot of stock here if you just show yourself getting run over all the time. Oh, hello! We've got a turnover. What a play that is! That's the Duke edge, that is. Look at the spin on the inside. That is a magnificent play. That's a huge play, that is. That's Bowery, who just gets absolutely eviscerated.
Antony is the one with the strip.
See, he's 6'4". Like, you're looking at the edges this year, you're looking at a bit of size. He's 6'4". He's one of the bigger edges.
And the rest, 6053.
Oh, is he 6'5"?
Yeah.
Even bigger then. He's one of the rare ones who's gone up, but he just absolutely bullied Bowery then. Just straight up power around the edge. That's Anthony's trouble. That's how he wins, is with power and his speed. Not got the pass rush arsenal you want at the next level. Hence why he's not in high-level conversation. But he's got all the physical tools you want. That's a big turnover. You get points off this, then you're in business.
So Robertson, incomplete. Why have we benched Cole Payton? 2-1 Liverpool! Let's go! 2-2!
That looked like a bit of pass interference there, that did.
Right then.
Ooh.